Alright, welcome back. This is M-Dog. Started something a little different here in Final Fantasy XIV, my favorite MMO at the moment. And we're going to do a little fishing guide here. We're going to break it down into levels, and this first level will be introducing fishing, and then starting level 1 to 5. And I'm borrowing my character that we're using in our new leveling guide. We've been playing around on the Summoner, Arcanist. And because she's never done fishing, we will start with her, and then once we hit level 5 in fishing, I think my main is only level 5 in fishing, so we'll switch over to my main next video. So this will just be about hitting level 1 through 5, which I think you can do by fishing just right there at the where the person gives you the quest for fishing. So this should be pretty straightforward here in the first episode. I did want to show you kind of where we are here. Obviously, Limsa Lamosa is where the fishing trainer is, and we're in this main area where they have all the marketplace stalls. The Fieldcraft Supplier. We're going to purchase items. We're going to go and get a few lugworms. Let's get 10 of those. Oops. How does this work? If you hit 10 and then click on it. Beautiful. Now we have some lugworms. You actually may be able to get the lugworms from the person who trained you in fishing. I'm not sure, but I thought while we were up here we'd go ahead and do it. And I want to show you one other thing we got. We went ahead and bought some rabbit pie, which I think is recommended when you're doing gathering profession. It's going to give you bonus XP for 30 minutes, but also gives you +6 to gathering and perception. So I think eating some rabbit pie is also the way to go. And this is the person you can buy the rabbit pie from. We won't get any more, but I just wanted to show you where it is. We've got 3, which will be more than enough for this character. We'll end up needing to do this all over again on our main, like I said, when we switch over to doing fishing. But I really like fishing in Final Fantasy XIV. It probably starts off pretty slow, but it's pretty chill, pretty fun. To get to the trainer, just go to the Fisherman's Guild. And they treat fishing just like any other job. The crafting professions are sort of like the class professions in that way. So here, right here in this area here is so you want to be a fisher quest, which as you can see we haven't done yet on this character. So let's get going. Well, fishing, welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to Fisherman's Bottom. When you want fish for a day, you can call a culinarian, but we fishermen feast for life. I've set the bait. Think you're ready to bite? Yes. Hooray, hooray. Looks like we've got a live one. Let me walk you through the life of a fisherman in Limsa Lamosa. Since we're surrounded by the seas, the fishing sites are a fisherman's delight. If you can't fish it here, you can't fish it anywhere. While some of us rope our fish in with rods and reels, others skim the seabed with nets for creepy crawly critters. You might say we cast a wide net. People prattle about our pullers just about everywhere in Limsa. And there's much and more I haven't mentioned. We shepherd the ships, preside over the ports, manage the mongers, all while making sure not to leave any adventurers out to sea. I'll wager you prefer to work alone, so we'll start you off with the rod and reel. Now, you may not necessarily net the numbers net fishing yields, but pull fishing positivity pulls prettier prizes. And that's the long and short of it. When you're ready for another bite of bait, I'll reel you in before the guildmaster. All right. Time to meet the guildmaster. Unfortunately and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmaster is out fishing at the moment. This moment and every moment, that is. So Sisipu tends to attend to the tasks that require tending to, such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Sisipu's presiding over the pools whenever you decidedly decide to say hello. She might seem somewhat standoffish, but she's only keeping an eye out for sharks. Be yourself and have nothing to worry about. Okay, so we got the quest. Yes, yes, save your breath. I've heard every word between you and Malika, so I know she told you my role here. As she said, Lalago's supposed to be guildmaster, but apparently he has a bigger fish to fry. So all his work falls to me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish idiots or potential whatever. You've passed the first test by not laughing at that awful joke. Now you only need the right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you've never fished before? You're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. This would be much of a guild if we send you out to sea with only pole and a prayer, so I suppose I can spare you a few pearls of wisdom. You're still going to need that pole and a prayer, so I can at least provide you with the former. Here you go. Out one of two isn't bad. I'll even throw in these lugworms since you're not going to get far without bait. The rides bestowed upon our new fish are priceless objects. Wish to say they don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready the one I gave you, and your lessons can begin. Alright, readying your line. Changing class. Okay, so we're going to hit Control I and equip the fishing pole. So we are now a fisherman. We're going to do recommended gear and throw on what other gear we can. And now that we're holding the fishing pole, see our skills have changed down here. My first fishing rod. Assist you in your first task. You're looking quite formidable. Let's hope you don't scare all the fish away. Now, the first rule of fishing is to hold onto your rod, take care of your rod, and your rod will take care of you. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you. Since you're new here, we're going to start small, and they don't come much smaller than anchovies. You'll find schools of anchovies swimming around outside in Gladian Bay, so you can catch your meager supper without even walking 10 yards. Anchovies are hardly the most cunning fish in the sea, making them an ideal first assignment. Simply bait a hook with some of those lugworms I gave you, dip it in the water, and the fish will practically catch themselves. Bait action, approach the water, cast to begin fishing. When you feel a tug on your line, use the hook action to reel in your catch. Fishing log. Ooh, cool. Alright, so bait is 1, cast is 2, hook, quit. Alright, so let's move bait to here. Cast, hook, quit. And that lights up the tip of our fishing rod. Okie dokie. Let's find us a nice little cozy spot here. Fishing. Okay, cool. Let's bait it up. We have lots of lugworms. And now we can cast. Alright, there's bait and tackle. Let's go back a little bit so we can see it better. We're going to light the tip so we can see the action of it. Oh, I forgot which one's hook. Sorry, 2 is hook. Alright. Got to be on it. Can we catch our first fish? There we go. So we caught some kelp. One thing about this type of crafting fishing and every type of crafting, you're going to fill up your inventory. I like Final Fantasy XIV fishing because I don't know why that keeps happening, to be honest with you. Because it's very chill. It's not like you've got mini games of trying to get the fish in or whatever. It's just based on your stats, the fishing pole you're using, the stats and everything. And that's really what determines the success. As long as you hook it at the right time. Oh, we need to eat our rabbit pie. Let's go ahead and do that. Did we catch our first anchovy? Oh, we did get an anchovy. Very nice. Oh, we leveled up again. Oh, leveling to 5 is going to be so easy. One thing I just remembered, didn't the fisherman person have another quest? Let's see if we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, actually. So that was our first anchovy. Sells for 1 gil. Yeah, look, he does have another quest. Let's see what this quest is. Order a new fishing boat. Speak in the Armorer's Guild. So I guess if we wanted a little extra XP towards fishing, we could go do that. But let's go fish for now. So let's go ahead and eat our rabbit pie. Put that over here so we'll remember. And that gives us a nice little buff here. That'll be helpful. We've got a Mirathor Goby. We're already level 4. How many anchovies are we supposed to get? 5. More kelp. We can now accept the next job quest. However, we're nowhere near finishing this one. Now, I think what a lot of people do is they go and buy the anchovies or like fish you need for quest or leave turn-ins. A lot of people will purchase them off of the marketplace. Because if you're a higher level toon and you have any guild built up at all, they're usually pretty cheap. And especially as you get higher level, that ends up being how you're leveling is by like completing the leave quests and stuff like that. But we'll try to get them here. We've got 2 already. Let's see if we can't finish off the 5. That'll probably leave us at a decent enough level that... well, what am I saying? I guess if we're switching to my other character, it doesn't really matter. I just want to kind of be able to turn in this quest. Say that we did it. Just for fun. We'll switch it up a little bit. We're definitely catching those goby. Okay, there's 3 anchovy. So it looks like the amount of XP we're getting has dropped off pretty substantially. We were hitting levels so fast there early on. Oh, that's a new shrimp, so that counted for a lot. Finger shrimp. A new shrimp, a new species. So we've caught 3 different types of fish and the kelp so far. There's our 4th anchovy, and then that hit level 7 as well. One thing I haven't done is leveled up cooking very much in this game, so I don't know how fishing and cooking complement each other. Like in World of Warcraft, you can pretty much use your a lot of the fish you catch to level up cooking at the same time pretty well. It matches up pretty well at times, so I don't know how much you can do that here. Probably some, though, I would imagine. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this in. Anchovies swim off every shore, so you can bring them back from anywhere you like, as long as it's not the fishmongers. Hand over the anchovies. Let's see what we get. While I go, to what do we owe the pleasure? The guildmaster's got to get after the guppies, dividing up the daily drudgery, picking out a proper potable, and some such support and service. And who gets after the guildmaster? We have books to balance. You know books you should be balancing. I did my best to balance the books, but the bilge keel bent the bow back, bouncing the whole batch off the boat. That's not... You know it was just an expression. But that's neither here nor there. As long as you can keep at the bit, Claire, our books will balance themselves. Don't let that go to your head, of course. Any beginner can snag some anchovies, but you'll need to experiment with different lures and explore new waters if you want to catch the big ones. Fundamentals are fine, but the fun is fishing for new finds. Like my uncle always said, fishing's like philandering. You never know what you'll catch. And with those well-spoken words of wisdom, we'll leave you to your wiles. So let's see if that changes. Yep, changed what we're wearing. This gives us plus 13 gathering, which is nice. Oh, I wonder what this quest is. All the fish in the sea. What does it open up? It gives you a versatile lure. Nice. 10 of them, huh? And then we have the next job quest that's going to give us an upgraded fishing pole. And then we can choose between these rewards as well. Also crayfish bait. Very cool. Okay, so there you go. There is fishing levels 1 through 5. Although, because of how quickly you get XP, we actually went past that. Let's catch one more fish just for the fun of it, and then we'll wrap this first video up. And I think on my next video, if we do another one, we'll switch over to my main. Might as well be leveling up fishing on my main character, which is where I'd want to do it anyway. There we go. So we ended up with 5 goby, 5 of the anchovies, 1 finger shrimp, and some kelp. We did burn through a few lugworms, but not too bad. Okay, and then switching back to... Wait, we don't have any gear sets saved? Interesting. Switching back to our main is as easy as putting on a different weapon. Going to recommended. And then we'll go ahead and set this up. Actually, I should have saved. I should have saved fishing as well. Just for fun. So now you can go back and forth very easily as long as you have all the appropriate equipment in your inventory. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. This has been levels 1 through 5 in Final Fantasy XIV. Obviously very easy. It will get a little bit more complex, and obviously we'll have to travel around some if we continue with the additional levels, and it probably just makes sense to go in either numbers of 5 or 10 in terms of doing the levels of fishing, and we'll see how grindy it gets. We might have to do some of it off recording if it gets pretty grindy at the higher levels. But as always, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.